I know you have the whole picture about where religion and religious establishments stand worldwide, so it makes my speech much more easier to sort of prove my points. I want to talk about obstacles and challenges facing secularism. And in the fight for secularism, what is preventing us, what is the main obstacle, and what we have to do in order to achieve it. See, the first point is we have to look at it, and I think Susanna just put it so nicely and brightly into the picture, that religion is political. We should put aside all this propaganda about religion being spiritual, ethics, morality, without which the society cannot function, without which we would not have any orders in the society, without which we would just be left like spiritless, mindless flock, as she said. Exactly. Religion is to the bone political. And religious institutions are political institutions run like mafia. You just saw one example of Argentina, how Catholicism is run in Argentina, how it's being really integrated in the whole military dictatorship of torture, of killing, of exploitation of the society. Look at other societies under the Catholic Church, it's the same. Look at the Middle East under the Islamic rule. It's appalling, hear it from me, contrary to what our young friend here said, that Islam actually apparently respects human rights and women are equal, maybe equal to God, whatever that God is, but definitely not equal in society. And all the other religions, I'm not going to get into that. My speciality is Islam, but it's so good that we had such an explicit example here of what Catholicism does in other countries. So if we have to fight for secularism, we have to accept this point that we have a very, very political fight in our hands. We have to try to push back religion and religious institutions, say hands off society, hands off from the state, hands off from education system, hands off from judiciary, just go to the private sphere. So this way, I want to open the hell door to the religion. I do want to do that. Secularism means, for me, I mean, I'm for the, let's say I'm for, because this is this debate about laicity. I'm for real militant laicity. No compromise with religion. People think, for example, England is secular. It's not. The Church of England and monarchy are the two columns of the ruling and political system in England. People think other countries in Europe are secular. They're not. France is and Sweden has become. But see the compromise that Swedish state does every single day with religious establishments. So if we look at it not as people's beliefs that we have to respect, but as a political institution which is run like mafia, which has mass wealth. The Church of England is the biggest property owner, landowner in England. I'm sure if you go to other places, in Iran, even at the time of the monarchy, the religious establishment was the biggest landowner. Now everything owned by the religious state. And they share power, incredible amount of power. That we had example here, and we have other examples. I won't get into that. And political influence in the society. Let's forget for 1 second that we're fighting people's beliefs, so we are going to be disrespectful to their rights. Just think that you're fighting a political right-wing party, a political right-wing institution. You're fascists. You're Nazis. If you look at it in that picture, then we see what a fight we have. So we have to actually demystify the position of religion in the society, which, with the help of media and academia, is being built. Is an integrated part of the dominant ideology that you have to think religion is people's beliefs. So we have to be careful. We can't touch it. We can't criticize it because people are going to be offended. No. There is a lot of money and time and energy spent to make us believe that. This is a make-believe game. It's a lot of material interest involved in keeping religion where it is. So our fight against religion is basically political. I have to rush through. I just want to make another example of this make-believe, like child abuse. Catholic Church is famous for child molestation, child rape, and child abuse everywhere. In US, in Ireland, in Argentina, or you hear very little about it. Just recently, they settled a case in US. They paid millions and millions of dollars to the families and the children who were abused. We heard just this tiny bit of news about it. Michael Jackson is accused of child molestation. It's all over the news. All over the news. The guy goes to the court. They say he's innocent. We still think he's not. We still look at him as a child abuser. But all these respectable men of God, they abuse children constantly and daily. And they just walk on the street with all the respect the society can give them. We have to demystify that. This is one of the main problems we have. No taboos about religion. So I want to get from here to unconditional freedom of expression, unconditional freedom of criticism of any beliefs, any ideas, anything. If we have that, if we have guaranteed that right, then I have the right to criticize any religion. Religious people have the right to criticize me too. They always have. But I get the right to criticize religion and express my anti-religious opinions. But I believe, I have to explain because many people got me wrong when I said I'm anti-religion. I am for freedom of beliefs, freedom of conscience. People can believe in anything they want. They have the right to believe. They have the right to pray. But it should be a private matter. This is what I'm talking about, secularization. Another thing I'd like to mention very quickly comes to that is multiculturalism and cultural relativism, which again is part of that whole taboo, whole mystification of the position of religion, which we have to demystify again. Fear and intimidation. Fear of being disrespectful or being offensive is one of them which you have in the Western societies. Fear of your life is what you have in the rest of the world. If you criticize religion, they come to you, they behead you, just like they've done with Nahle in Iraq, which they are doing constantly with the girls who go to school in Pakistan, the small children who go to school in Afghanistan, the women who dare to say, I am a human being. Fear and intimidation. And last, because I don't want to go over my time, but I'd like to mention something, especially because it was in the first panel we talked a lot about it. When we talk about political Islam, which is a very, very main obstacle at this time in the world, we have to have this in mind, that the issue of Palestine is in the core of that. Palestinian issue has to be solved justly. The two-state solution is a very important solution for being able to get rid of political Islam, to marginalize political Islam. Hamas and Hezbollah and Islamic Republic are gaining from the fact that Palestinians are suppressed, are being turned into refugees. That phosphor bomb is thrown at them. that 400 children are killed in Gaza. Political Islam gains from that. They reinforce each other. So we have to take a very, very solid stance for the just solution of Palestinian issue, the two states, viable two-state solution, against both Islamic terrorism and state terrorism that is led by the United States, especially Bush government. We'll see what will happen now with Obama. I don't think much would be different. And Islamic Republic in Iran. Fight of people against Islamic Republic in Iran by people in Iran should be supported dearly, because getting rid of Islamic Republic would mean a lot to solve this issue. No military intervention by any state, just supporting people's fight against Islamic regime. Thank you.